Welcome to the channel. My name is Kubeir. I'm a CICC licensed immigration consultant. Express entry, there was absolutely no draw. There was a draw expected on the 7th of December. There was no draw. There was a draw expected on the 21st of December. Again, there was no draw. But let's take a bit of look at the numbers again, just to remind ourselves. The last draw was on the 23rd of November, which was the 24th draw of 2022. So basically, so far, only 24 draws have taken place this year. Usually, on an average, they would issue 25 to 26 draws. So 4,750 invitations were issued in this specific draw. This was the 11th draw all program since the 6th of July. This was the pool breakdown. Now, the pool breakdown is where it becomes very interesting. Between 501 to 600, 1,227 candidates existed on the 22nd of November. Of course, with the draw on the 23rd of November, this pool would have cleared out of all these profiles. So don't fret about it. Keep in mind that this was as of 22nd of November, and then the draw was on the 23rd. So these profiles are already cleared out. We do not have the latest pool breakdown. So we're just going to make do with this one, just to sort of talk about the bit of numbers here. 491 to 500, there were 3,031 people. So obviously, most of these were also cleared out because the draw size was 4,750. But look at the number at 481 and 490, 10,000 people. Look at the number between 471 and 480, 19,494. So basically, below 490, you have more than 30,000 people who have been waiting. Below 490, I'm talking about between 470 and 490. Between those 20 points, you have about 30,000 people waiting. So key analysis points as of 23rd of November was that the number of people who were still in the express entry pool with 491 and above at that point of time was 384. We just calculated the numbers, pluses and minuses, that's all. But again, this number is never exact because the express entry pool is dynamic. People keep getting added. The number of people who got added into the express entry pool as of that date was 2,100 with scores of 500 plus. That's a lot of profiles. And over the last few draws that we have been seeing, this has stood out very, very clearly as to where are these people coming from. I mean, scores of 500, to be very honest, is incredible score. I mean, how do you score 500 plus? Let's talk about that for a bit. How do you score 500? So if you are 29 years old, because at 30 you start losing points, we're talking at where you can get the maximum points. Okay, so you're 29 years old, you score CLB 10, not 9, CLB 10. So no longer the magic score of 8,777. We have gone one step ahead. So 8.5, 8, 7.5, 7.5. Those kind of scores, if you're able to score that, then you're at CLB 10. With 3 years of work experience, 29 years of age, master's degree, the maximum you can score is 481. Not 482, not 483, 481, provided you have no Canadian connection and the no sibling, no Canadian connection. And of course, you do not have any French points as well. So 481 is the maximum you can score. So that's what scares me. If 481 is the maximum anybody out there can score without French as a component or without Canadian connection, and the scores this year did not go below 491 as of right now, and nearly 37,000 invitations have already been issued, it's something to be, to sort of wake up and look at the scores, because a lot of people don't look at the numbers. They're just sort of guesstimating and they're just sort of bringing up these numbers. Oh, what about 475? Oh, what about 481? Oh, what about this? Oh, yes, you will get it next week. Yes, next draw. Yes, next month. How? Look at the numbers. The numbers are scary at this point of time. And no, the whole episode today is not to scare you, but to sort of shake you up, wake you up, and make you sort of smell the coffee and see the numbers, because these numbers are telling the different story than what a lot of people would be telling you otherwise. So if you are outside Canada, the maximum you can score with a master's degree is 481. Now, if you have a PhD, then yes, you can go up to 496, I think 495, 496. That is the maximum you can go, again, with the same profile, 29 years of age, 3 years of work experience, PhD, and a CLB 10, CLB 10 IELTS, not CLB 9, CLB 10, okay? That's the maximum you can go. Now, start adding components. You're a master's degree, 481, 29 years of age. If you have a sibling, 15 points, so 496. Now, this is where it gets interesting. If you add French as a second language and you ace French and you get good scores in French, and therefore you now have the opportunity to improve your scores by up to 60, 62 points. Now, that is where a big leap in the points can be taken. Initially, we were anticipating the next draw would be, again, if 4,750 invitations would be issued, the score would be 492 at 494. But I don't think so anymore. So whenever the next draw happens, hopefully now we are looking forward to the 4th of January as the prospective next draw. And if that happens, fingers crossed, I hope that happens, then you're looking at a score of 500-ish. I can't say how much, but that is what it looks like, because simply keeping in mind, if 2,000 plus people were getting added into the express entry pool, 2 draws haven't happened. So 2 plus 2 is approximately 4,000 people who got added into the express entry pool. Give or take, obviously, a lot of people have received nominations as well. So that number is quite variable. So you're looking at a 500-ish kind of a score. Could be 490s in the sense like between 498 to 502. That's where I would put it as the expected score for the next draw if it was to happen on the 4th of January. When would the scores drop again below to 490s? Below 490 is now not Jan for sure. It's possibly going to be February, moved that by a month because everything has been moved by a month. Now, why did the draws not happen? Well, in my opinion, personal opinion, I think the glitches are still existing. There are still a lot of glitches that IRCC hasn't really sorted out. We are seeing a lot of people, obviously a lot of people were able to claim their points back, which they were not able to earlier for spouses, Canadian work experience, and for some other factors. But there have been a lot of people who were unable to do that. The profile points were missing, spouses' entire profiles were missing, and those details were still not being updated. And because of those issues, I think, my opinion, IRCC still did not conduct a draw because they got a lot of flack after they did conduct the draw the first time on the 23rd of November, because a lot of people who shouldn't have received an ITA received an ITA. A lot of people who should have received an ITA because their scores were high enough, they didn't get an ITA. In both the situations, bahut nainsafi aisa. So that basically didn't really work very well. And it's not like IRCC who's going to come out and communicate with you and tell you that this is what has happened, this is what we're doing about it. No, they don't like to talk to people. They like to go into hiding and sort of, just try and figure out what they can do. So hopefully, fingers crossed, let's see, 4th of January should be the next draw when we can see the scores coming back. So the future trends, as of 6th July, 35,750 invitations have already been issued. In the year 2022, so far 46,000 invitations have been issued. Obviously, the knock system is the reason, or the knock from the knock 2021, the tier system is the reason why the glitches have been caused. And if you are here, then do give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, then you gotta subscribe to the channel. All right, then. Thank you so much for joining in, people. Take care, and I shall see you next time. Stay safe, by the way.